NFL is going for a blitz over scandalized quarterback Deshaun Watson. The league is pushing for stronger punishment after Watson was suspended for 6 games. A judge recommended the penalty after 24 women accused him of sexual assault. One former quarterback says the NFL is playing CYA. RG3, he tweeted yesterday, quote, "When it comes to protecting women, the NFL has gotten it wrong time and time again." He's true. That's right. This move to push for a longer suspension is about protecting the brand. Giving off the perception of protecting women is just a byproduct of the situation. No punches will be held. The players' union reportedly has 2 days to respond, but apparently they're not going to appeal. Is Watson's season over? And what of the NFL? Here with me now, New York Law School professor and sports attorney Dan Lust. He's got a lust for law. Woo! Okay, so what is the most interesting element of this case from where you sit? Did Deshaun Watson overplay his hand here?
I think Deshaun Watson took a very big gamble here, right? So Deshaun Watson, I think, according to some reports, was offered 12 games to settle this, and he said, I'm going to chance it. I'm going to take this to Judge Sue Robinson, who came back with 6 games. So maybe that part was good, but the gamble was deciding that maybe the NFL is not going to appeal, and that's certainly what what has not happened here. So I will.
So he assumed that the NFL wouldn't push back on that, and they go, yeah, 6 games for sexually assaulting women. That seems fair. That there were only 4 women who were involved in that arbitration.
Right. 24 women filed lawsuits, but only 4 the NFL decided to put forward. Why? I'm not sure why
the other 20 settled.
Well, they settled, but they still could have been brought forth to the NFL case, right? Nothing was stopping them from being brought there. So, Kennedy, let's do some math, right? There's a 6-game suspension in the NFL. This Judge Sue Robinson found that 4 counts of sexual assault were met, according to the standard of beyond a preponderance of the evidence. So, by my rough math, that's a game and a half per sexual assault account. So I think when the NFL looks at that, they say that seems kind of light, especially in 2022. So I think when you're reading RG3's tweet, that's the optics, right? The NFL wants more than that.
Of course they do, and they should. But this retired federal judge, did she just completely blow this?
I mean, she's a federal judge, and Roger Goodell, right? He's the only one of the major 4 sports commissioners that's not a lawyer. So who was he to insert his judgment for a retired federal judge? But here's the thing, right? The NFL has the power to appeal it to themselves, and they've decided to wield that power. So it's not that she necessarily got it wrong. The NFL wants to win at the end of the day, and they have the power to, again, appeal to themselves, which is a crazy thing, but that's what the union and the league agreed to with their,
So it's just a kangaroo court.
Kangaroo court, football court, whatever you want to call it, but it's not something we would normally see in normal court, right? You can't appeal to yourself when you know if you're going to win or lose. So Goodell has not appointed himself as presiding over this appeal, but he's handpicked the former attorney general over New Jersey to preside over this proceeding. So
now what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, honestly, if the NFL is picking who's going to decide the hearing, I think the NFL is going to win. And then the question is whether or not Watson wants to take this to a federal court and have a Tom Brady Deflategate saga play out over a year and potentially have this thing play out longer and longer and longer. We were very close to having a 6-game suspension. It was going to be all done, maybe. But now this thing is going to continue on and on. So we'll see if a settlement happens here. But this thing is not ending anytime soon.
So if Deshaun Watson had said, you know what, yeah, go ahead and give me a 12-game suspension. He's only paid $1 million for his first-year salary, correct? Because the team anticipated that something like this was going to happen, and they didn't want to be out $30 or $40 million.
Yeah, Browns fans will say that they give $1 million contracts to everyone, but they don't give $230 million guaranteed to everyone. That's the highest guaranteed money in NFL history. So,
wow.
So it's crazy. A guy like that set the record for guaranteed money, who, mind you, was just sued 24 times for sexual assault, right? He settled all but one of those cases. But how does that player set the record for guaranteed money in the NFL? He's not Tom Brady. He's not Aaron Rodgers. I don't think anyone would say he's the best quarterback in the NFL, yet the man was paid more guaranteed money than anyone in NFL history in the middle of all of this.
Yeah, it's going to make Aaron Rodgers go take more psychedelics is what it's going to do. We only have 30 seconds, but Condoleezza Rice, she is a confessed Browns fan, but she also may oversee some of this. How will that work?
Let's see. I mean, you could put anyone in charge here, but if Goodell appoints that person or they let oversee some person, it's a Goodell appointee. So you rest assured that person's probably deciding for the NFL. My prediction is the NFL wins this round, and then we head to federal court is my prediction here.
Really? This is insane. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like more should have been done, and this is so deeply offensive. And, for him to basically admit guilt by paying all of these women, and, it's like he's not Johnny Depp. He's closer to Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. I mean, he settled 23 of 24 civil cases. One remains. His former employer, the Houston Texans, settled with 30 women. So there might even be more civil lawsuits here. So this thing, as much as it might be finished in the suspension, we're still battling this out in the courts. There's a trial date set for April of 2023 for the one remaining civil accuser, but statute of limitations hasn't run.
Do you think Deshaun Watson will play before then?
There's a scenario where Deshaun Watson actually could play in week 1 if he fights this thing up to federal court and the suspension gets stayed. It's a whole complicated proceeding, but we'll see. He's going to fight this thing. He said he wants to take this thing to federal court to the extent he's suspended for a year. We'll see if the NFL wants to call his bluff or not. Tens of millions of dollars are at stake, and we'll see what Watson wants to do here.
Man, all right. Well, Dan Lust, that's why you're here. You're here to iron this all out because it's crazy and it's confusing. But thank goodness someone has a law degree in this studio.
Oh, I'll take it. Always a pleasure to join you.
Very good.